So glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. Take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Let's see what he can do with the return. Look at it this way, the field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. He's going to throw it again. Rushes on. Gets rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at in this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Nice move there. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Fresh setter downs going to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what the coaches talked about, like when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
Right side, it's Holt. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So the Clemson Tigers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Finds his man. It's Davidson. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to take off. Kept it, and he's past the mark. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Finds his man on the RPO. Taken down.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Under pressure. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, man, this QB has been fun to watch, and another great start to the football game. We've seen him be successful throughout the year. Now, to start the game, a touchdown pass. This guy's so good, man. And I know he's not in the playoff conversation, but the conversation for best players in college football, he showed up every week. He's been so good.
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. This offense has it with really good field position. Trying the run, it's Davidson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Play action on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Hand off from the shotgun. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Fires to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Stanford going back to work with another first down. These corners going to give them some space. Fresh set of downs going up top. It's complete on the right side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. They'll run the screen. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. Stanford hoping to pay off this red zone opportunity. Sells the run, looking to pass. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Cardinal. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And here's the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will open from the 15. Running inside, it's Davidson. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the tight end in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Left side is Holt. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. Got a man. It's Brown. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. The give to the back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And when you've been around a while, as this guy has behind center, you expect this type of performance, and boy, is he delivered. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out. As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine imagine what he was thinking on that play. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Going over the top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Timeout. Clemson, that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. They'll run it. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss. Because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
Stanford lines up to punt it away.
Number 90 yards to punt it away.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off again. See some running room. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Running behind that left side.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's Underwood to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Turns it upfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry.
Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the touchdown, Clemson. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a dip.
He tries to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this offense. Credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Turns up, it's Holt. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion sets up a 3rd down, and guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the away team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going.
Bringing it back. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack to pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Moving out to the right. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Underwood. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. The punt was just an illusion. They snapped it to the up man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. And they got it.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the...
There he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Could be an alley. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Now the Cardinals decide to spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Clemson. Into the end zone for 6. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Ballmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Now the Tigers will spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He's going to run it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Now on the move. And he's not going anywhere as this defense has no plans to give up a big play before the half. Throwing, Underwood. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. One more snap coming before halftime. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Throwing deep before the half. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Gets it. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his tight end. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Going to throw it deep. Touchdown, Tigers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got it on the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Finds his target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top on second down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. He got it back corner of the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again, or if the defense starts to make a statement. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. Making the adjustment. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his man. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Got some green grass. Oh, he's got some space. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Just feeds the running back. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Davidson. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Out wide right, it's Davidson. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Underwood. Short pass. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gives it. Got a little space. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. They'll run him again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Throwing, Underwood. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
He's not afraid to go deep. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Wide open spaces. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win. And the extra point was good. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner goes down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. He breaks a tackle.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Just going to keep it after the snap. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
With the catch, it's McCoy. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Jean-Pierre. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. He's been elite in every aspect. He's thrown the ball on time. He's made big plays down the field. He's punched it in when they've gotten up. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
From the gun, it's Davidson. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Burrows. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They're all over him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. Again, it's Underwood. Rush right in his face. Got his man. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires downfield. Right side, it's Burrows. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game has taken care of.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Moving the pocket, it's Jean-Pierre. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side is Griffin. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Wants to throw one first. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Tigers sideline, this quarterback has been absolutely spectacular today. Over 400 yards passing late in the game with this big lead. We're curious to see how long the coaches keep him out there, but from what I can see on the sideline, he wants to continue to play. There is so much. And chemistry down here. This offense continues to roll, and it is a blast to watch these guys interact down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's Underwood to throw. Dumps it to the back. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Fires left. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He's changing the play.
Mustang. Move it. Stack.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way. Snags it, and he's open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tells to run, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Clemson calls its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. Second and long from the 19. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Jean-Pierre. Caught. Final timeout called by the Tigers. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Stanford lines up to punt it away.
Number 99 on to kick it away.
Fields the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Underwood. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the catch, it's Burrows. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Making the adjustment on the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Between the hashes, it's Grove. There he goes. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff. and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented, nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.